Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda, and today I wanted to show you guys how I do my own nails. So today I was gonna use some dip powder, and I got this from Walmart, and it is so easy to use. It comes with three, so it comes with this sparkly color, which is what we're gonna use, like a pink, and then let me see, this one for French tip. And honestly, it was like 20 bucks, which is like amazing. And it saves me a lot of money. It lasts about 2 weeks. It's really easy. It comes with the whole thing. It's actually this kit. I just keep it in there for like what it came in, so it's not organized. It's really easy, so I just wanted to show you guys how I do it. The only things we're gonna be using today is the gold, what is this? Sparkly, sorry, I'm tired. Sparkly powder, this bonding polish, and then the activator, which these both come in the kit, and it is again $20 at Walmart, which is so cheap. And then I got these nails. You just glue them on. They are for your full nail, so they're not tips. Let me just show you one. Let me just try to get it out here. It's just like this. We'll use those. And yeah, so that's exciting. And I have been getting a lot of questions about how I do my own nails because I do post about it a lot. So I just wanted to show you guys how I did them. And this is what they look like. So if you want to see how I did these, keep watching. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put on the tips themselves. Now I sized these beforehand because I wanted to save time and not make this video too long. So to put on the tips, I just use a glue that I got at Walmart. And I think it's by Kiss, I'm not entirely sure. But I put the glue on my actual nail. That way it's easier to apply the tips themselves. So I'm just going to do that for every single nail. Now, I like this glue a lot because it's really easy to use and it dries super quick. Now, the only downside about that is that sometimes if you're not too careful, if you put it on crooked, it will not be able to lift up and be placed on again. So you just have to be really careful with the way you're putting your nail on. But other than that, I love this glue and it's definitely worth it. It's not too expensive. I think maybe a couple dollars, but it does last a while and it works really well with gluing the nails together. So I love it. I got these tips on Amazon and they are amazing. I love them because they are pre-shaped. You can buy a bunch of different kinds of shapes. So with these ones, I believe they are a smaller coffin shape, which for me, I just started trying long nails and I love the long nail look. I didn't think I would, but I do. Definitely worth a shot, and they are not expensive at all, which is definitely a bonus. And they all look really good. So the next thing I'm going to do is buff out my nails once I have the tips on. This way the dip powder and like the bonding glue work on it really well. So the reason you buff it out is because you don't want any of that shiny amount on. The dip powder will not stay on if you don't buff out the nail. If you're going to put it directly onto your natural nail, you'll want to buff your natural nail off and take some alcohol on a cotton ball and wipe that off too to get all of the natural oils to make it easier for application. Now I just got this also at Walmart and it was really cheap. I think it was like 95 cents or 97 cents, something around the dollar range. And it works really nicely to buff out those nails. If you're having trouble and you have a little piece at the top of the nail, you can also buff that out as well. That way everything is straight and even. After this, I just wipe them off because you don't want any of the dust on there. And now that they're all buffed off, we can move on to the next step. So the next step that I'm gonna do is putting on the actual dip powder. Now it's actually easier than it looks. So all you have to do is just put on the bonding step. So that's the first one that you're gonna do, and it should say bonding on there. And at an angle, you're going to dip your nail into the powder. Afterwards, you just wanna tap it off and then lightly brush all the excess dust off. You can also use a brush, but I could not find my brush to save my life, so I just used my finger. You're gonna do this for each nail. Now, if it's a clear color, like one straight color, I usually find that I have to do a couple coats, but with the glitter, I find that one coat is perfect. Now, it's really personal preference. If you want to do a second coat of it, you totally can. I don't see a problem in it. I've done that with other colors, but with this one, I feel like it just looks great with just one coat. So, again, you're just going to put on the bonding polish, and then you dip your nail in at an angle. The reason you do an angle is so that you get it all evenly before it dries, and this will make it easier to evenly distribute the powder onto your entire nail. You also want to make sure to not get any of the bonding polish on your nail, on your finger. If you get it on your finger, it's gonna be a little harder to get it off. What I do in that case, which I will show you because I did accidentally get some on my finger, is all you have to do is use the buffer, and then you'll just buff it out and it should file it down, and you can make it, even. So we're gonna do that. I think I realized at this point that I had messed up right there. So all you do is you take the little buffer and you just file that down in order to make it even and not on your actual nail. It's easy to get the polish on your nail, especially since it is clear. So you want to make sure to be as careful as possible. So the next step, we're almost done by the way, is the activator. This will help give it a more clean look, which is so pretty and satisfying to see the color just transform into this beautiful glittery color, and it looks amazing. So I'm just gonna do that for all of them. And with this, I usually do a couple coats of it. That way it gets all of it, on the entire nail. Sometimes it's hard to get it the way I like it with one nail. Now, I did forget to mention in the beginning of the video that I also use a clear coat on top of it. Now, I don't feel like this is completely necessary, and I am in no way a professional, so I could be doing this wrong, but I do put a clear coat over the glitter if I am using a glittery dip powder, because I feel like it just makes it look softer. And since the glitter sometimes rises, I feel like it just makes it a little easier and smoother, because you don't want something rough just sticking up. And shinier too, because I feel like sometimes it gets dull with the activator. So you're just going to put a top coat on it. And again, I am in no way a professional. I am just doing this so I can save some money. So for me, this works. And if it doesn't work for you, or if I should do this a different way, let me know down below in the comments and I will switch it up, because again, I have no idea. This is just what worked for me. And there we go. So that's the final product. Thank you so much for watching.